Hello everyone, welcome back to another video in the greenhouse. We are very deep into fall, and so I decided to come for one of my monthly visits to see what's in stock. And right now they're setting up for an open house that's happening here tomorrow. I won't be here for that, so I thought it's a great idea to come before the busy open house to sort of see what's in stock and get sort of a nice quiet time in the greenhouse. So let's start in the Pothos section. Let's start on the top row. If you've never been to this greenhouse with me before, this place is called Humans, and I like how they sort of group their plants. If you know what genus you're looking for, you can easily just shop by the different genuses. But today, because they're doing a little bit of a switch around, some things are not where they usually are. So that makes things nice and exciting for us. So in the Pothos section, there's the Epipremnum golden. So your classic golden pothos in a 4-inch pot. It's for $9.99. They've got a couple here. And then if we go down on the next shelf, they've got some more. The golden pothos was actually the first pothos I ever got. It did not have a whole lot of variegation on it, the first one that I got. And as you can imagine, eventually I lost that plant because I didn't quite know what I was doing at the time. Not like I know a whole lot more now. So over here, they've got the jade pothos. So that's the all green, from what I remember, no variegation. And this one is for the same price. Next to it, they got just a couple pearls and jade left. And these are for the same price, $9.99. Down below is one of my favorite pothos. It's the neon pothos. They're in a 4-inch pot. I think they're for the same price, $9.99. I love this plant because of the vibrant yellow color. I think some people say that it looks a little sick, the yellow, and that they don't like it because of that, but I don't agree. I feel like it's so vibrant, especially when they're healthy and getting lots of light, that it's a unique color on its own. Down below is a pothos that I've seen here before, but I don't see it very often. Let's get a better look. This is it the albo? Let's see. Yes, it's the Epipremnum albo. These are for $29.99. They are in 6-inch pots. So this is the size of the pot here. So these are for $29.99. I've seen people grow them on stakes, etc. because, when pothos, they grow upward, they tend to fenestrate, etc. Quite mature, because if you look here, you can see some fenestrations in the leaves here. Okay, so let's move over to the other side. Up top, they've got a marble queen pothos. Well, they've got a bunch of them here. They're also in 6-inch pots. They are for $17.99. Another one of my favorite kinds of pothos. It's very easy to trigger the variegation. Just a very easy staple, like a beautiful plant to have in your collection. And then over here is, this one is called the lemon top epipremnum. It reminds me of the global green. I feel like the global green and this one, the names sort of interchange a little bit depending on where they're coming from or who's selling it. It has this green on green type of variegation. So this is basically what it looks like. It's more of like a yellowish green with a darkish green variegation to it. I like that the leaves get really big. It reminds me a little bit of the what's it called? The crumpled one, the Manjula pothos, because the leaves don't seem to be as open as your average pothos. So it's sort of, they can be taco-like a little bit. All right, so I thought it was the global green, but look, I stand corrected. So this is a lemon top. Next to it is the global green. And if you look, I think I can see the very slight difference. The leaves on the global green are smaller. So like the lemon top does look a bit more Manjula-like I mentioned, but the global green, the leaves are smaller. If you look here, see, the leaves are like half the size even. And yeah, they also do have that taco-like look. Also green on green variegation. I think if we go down here, you can get a better look. of them here. They're very pretty. I do like the global green. If I did not own any other pothos, I think I would have given this one a try. I feel like the green on green is definitely a very jungle vibe. It just, yeah, very jungle-like vibes. And I really do like it. I think it would be beautiful to fill out a spot like cascading. I think it would be very nice. I think I like the global green a little bit more. The leaves are a little bit smaller. But again, I cannot justify getting it. I have enough pothos in my collection. But these ones in 6-inch pots are for $29.99. And then they've got some more down here at the bottom. Okay. Now, again, like I mentioned, usually everything's in a designated spot, but it seems like they're shifting everything around as they get ready for their event and the new season that's coming. So they've put a couple philodendron in this corner here. So up here is the philodendron mycons. This is where I bought my mycons from. These are in 6-inch pots. They are for $19.99. And then down below is the philodendron lemon lime, another one of my favorites. I do prefer the lemon lime philodendron over the neon pothos, I'm not gonna lie. The leaves are just a little bit more glossy, bigger, heart-shaped. It's a bit more beautiful. It's a little bit more elevated in my opinion, although they're both beautiful. And I do have both in my collection because I love them that much. And so these ones are for $11.99 and they are in 4-inch pots. Then down below is that the Brazil? Yep, they're the philodendron Brazils. The leaves on them are like a big size. I thought they were something else. But yep, these are for also $11.99. Very pretty. And then smaller pots are these. Yeah, just some more of the philodendron mycons down here. I love the mycons. I remember before I got them, a lot of people were talking about how difficult they were, and they have not been difficult for me. If anything, the hardest part of the mycons is pests. Once pests starts to bite those leaves, they get this tinge on them and it's this unsightly speckled look that I'm not a fan of. But apart from that, self-watering pot and you're golden. They're pretty easy, at least for me. And some steady light. Oh, look at the pretty orchids over there. All right, and then over here, as usual, they've got their Scindapsis section. They've got the jade satin, which is a plant that's on my wish list. I love the dark, big leaves. Love, 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 love. I still need to learn how to care for Scindapsis better, so I feel like when I can do that and when I find like the most perfect pot of it, I will invest in one. But for now, I'm just gonna admire them from a distance. I feel like the leaves on these are a bit bleached because they are getting a lot of light in here. I think they probably might enjoy a little bit of less light, but I don't know. I don't own them, but it's just a guess. I've seen darker ones circulating online. So another pot here, see? Down here, another set of jade satin. Did I say Pothos? I meant Scindapsis. These are for $21.99. And then over here, they've got I could never say that. The Ardrias, how do we say this? Scindapsis, Ardrias. I can't say that, but that's Scindapsis. I can't say it. This one is for $9.99. I must say, I have recently in the past year or so, since this year, gotten into Scindapsis. I'm not in love with them, but I definitely want to have some nice big full versions in my collection. I just haven't been able to do that yet. I haven't perfected it yet. Down here is the Mount Salak. Oh, I actually really like this. I actually prefer this than the silver satin that's over here. And this is the Pictus right here. So you can see the difference here. The Pictus, the smaller leaves. I know these can get bigger, but these ones are smaller leaves, a bit lighter green, smaller splotches, like the silver bits are smaller, and then the silver satin, obviously way more silver in them. But I think I just love dark leaves, right? I'm very partial to dark leaves. So I really like this Salak over here. These are for $34.99. There's something about when you're starting when you start collecting plants, especially when you get into a genus, you're just like, I just want them all, just give me everything. But the amount of patience it takes to go into a genus, but then learn what exactly you like in that genus and then get that takes patience. That takes patience. And that's where I'm at with Scindapsis. I want to get into it and I'm like, oh, that's pretty, that's pretty. But even if they're all pretty, doesn't mean I should have them all, because eventually I'll probably get a little tired of some of them. You know what I mean? Anyways, this one is the Scindapsis Pictus Platinum Java, and I think this one is also pretty. It reminds me a lot of the Moonlight, the Trubii Moonlight, which I love that plant. I just hate the runners and how eventually the leaves get really small when they start to trail downwards. But I think I prefer the Trubii Moonlight a little bit because of the contrast on the leaves. But I can appreciate the silver in this one. And then over here, they've got some more of the silver satin. Really pretty. I just like the matte looks. As much as I love glossy velvet leaves, I can appreciate the matte look on the Scindapsis plants. Again, this is something new for me, getting into that. And then they've just got an overflow down here. Ooh, the ones down here look so good because you're just getting just the right amount of light. Oops, you can't see that. There we go. They're getting just the right amount of light down here. They look so, so, so good. Really good. Look at the ones in the back. These look so nice. Ooh, very, very nice. And over there is the Hoya section. But what I will do is I will have an entire video dedicated for the Hoya section. So that will be after this video. So be sure to stay tuned for that one. I'll record it today. But in order to be able to enjoy all the other plants in this nursery today, we just need to give the Hoya section its own little moment, its own little video. All right, so here's what else we have here. These are called burning bush bromeliads. These over here. They've got the romance ones down here. Look at how vibrant these are. These are for $34.99. This is a paprika. This is for $29.99. The Grubery bromeliad, that's what this one here is called. It's for $20 and it's in a 4-inch pot. Ooh, look at those blooms. It's the Delmar bromeliad and they are for $49.99. These are pretty. The Stramanthe Trio Star. These are for $29.99. I mentioned this plant recently in my Plants I'll Never Blacklisted Plants video. Yeah, I think it's a beautiful plant, but maybe semi-hydro might be better for this plant. They've got prayer plants here. The Dottie for $12.99. Ooh, so this is a Maranta. This is the Gold Lines prayer plant. Now, I know when I think of Maranta, I think of most times these two over here. But this one is one I have not seen in circulation a lot. And it definitely has like more distinct lines in them. Those yellow lines or gold lines. Ooh, look at that. Look at that red leaf over here. That's pretty. Oh, that's nice. I think it just might be the new leaves that may be that bright. And maybe as it hardens off, it's not as bright. Or could it be that with more light, you get the red in the middle? That's to show you how little I know about Maranta. Oh, because it looks like the newer leaves are the ones with like the red in the middle, the red dots in them. That's pretty cool. I can appreciate that. And did I say that that one is for 20? I'm sorry if I did not say that. This is for $20. Okay, so let's keep going. The Net Worth Calathea, these are for $12.99. And the Rattlesnake are for the same price. Very nice. Okay, let's keep moving around and see what's in stock. So let's take a peek into their rare cabinet. So this is for sort of their more uncommon houseplants, and sometimes they're higher priced plants or harder to find plants. and so they will put it in here sometimes for safekeeping. So it's nice that they made this mesh a little bit wider because it used to be so much harder to see through it with my camera. Anyways, this white monstera here is for $79.99, and I think it says that the pots are sold separately. So they've got a couple of those. They've got a mint variegated dragon scale. Can I get a top-down view? Let's try to get a top-down view. So I hope you can see because I cannot see my camera anymore. These are for $39. And then in the back, they've got the Vonara 50th orchid. These are for $49.99. Then next in the back, they've got the Philodendron Green Congo Nuclear. So I guess it has some extra unique variegation in there. Very nice. And then down below, they've got the Spider-Man Monstera, which I feel like is the medium. Yeah, the medium Spider-Man. That's it in here. I remember when this first came out, that was the price for a much smaller one. Like it was really, really tiny, the same price. I remember the same price, $49.99, because I really wanted to get one, but I held off, and I'm glad I did because the growing style isn't my favorite. They still have the Rhaphidophora decursiva variegated. These are for $99. They've got what's this called? The variegated ZZ plant for $59 over here. And then they've got the silver luxurians for $40. I just got one for myself last month. So yeah, it wasn't from this nursery, was from a different nursery. The tour of that nursery is on my Patreon and YouTube members page. So you could join there if you'd like to get access to it. That's where I post just bonus content, usually 2 videos a month of extra bonus content of what I'm up to with my houseplants. All right, so over here is the Amedrium zippelinum. Let's just show you the label, shall we? Zippelianum. Yeah, Zippelianum. The Amedrium Zippelianum. This one is for $29.99. What's cool is that it already, in its juvenile form, it already has those fenestrations in the leaves. So when I think of a Rhaphidophora decursiva, usually you have to wait until it matures. Most fenestrating plants, you have to wait a little while before it starts doing that. But it seems like with this plant, it will start fenestrating or give you those slits in the leaves even before it gets mature, even in its juvenile form. What's also so different about this plant is look at how tiny those stems are. It's literally a viner. I'm sorry for all the noise in the background. It's literally a viner. The stems are super tiny. So if you think of your Rhaphidophora decursiva, your stems are really thick. This one is really a vining plant, like super tiny. Anyways, their Anthurium, it looks like they got a couple new ones, maybe just 2. But I remember before they had the Clarinurium. I really wanted to get one. It was a great price. It was, I think, $12. Really wanted to get one, but I didn't. That's okay. I'm just going to perfect the ones I have right now. This is the Regal. This is for $24.99. They've got the Radicans for $29.99. This is the Radicans crossed with Lux. I've heard a lot of people talk very well, I think, unless I'm confusing it with another cross. But yeah, anyways, yeah, this one is for $29.99. So that's what they've got for Anthurium. And then the Anthurium Golden Lady or Green Lady. Sorry, let's just get the official name. The Anthurium Gemini Golden. And these are for $20. Okay. And then over here, we've got a couple of Alocasia. They've got, this one is the Nebula for $11. And then the Alocasia Poly for $9.99. And then the Alocasia Cupria for the same price, Mine is finally getting over being repotted. Took it forever, but finally. I love alocasia. Just the downside of it is that whenever you repot it, they kick up a fuss. They do prefer semi-hydro. I feel like that's the best way to grow them, but you gotta repot at some point, right? And then they kick up a fuss. Anyways, more bambinos over here for $5.99. And then the Alocasia Zebrina for $9.99. And their Zebrina is because of the unique zebra-like petioles. Very nice. All right, so here's what else they've got. Something else that stood out to me was their Magnificums, Caladium. It's so funny because I feel like I'm not very good with Caladium, but this technically is a Caladium, the Xanthosoma lindeni magnificum. And I'm great with this plant. It's only recently, when I went on vacation, it got severely underwatered. So now it's back down to a very small size, but still it's pushing out like lots of new leaves. It's still doing well. The trick, if you're struggling with this plant, is semi-hydro. That's the trick. Trust me. Just like leca, you don't even need to get all fancy. Just get some leca, get some pebbles, anything semi-hydro in a self-watering pot, and you are golden. That's all you need to do. All right, so let's shimmy over to the other side. They've got a couple of philodendrons that I either have never seen before or I haven't seen in a really long time. Like I don't remember seeing before. So you have your usual ring of fire, and then this one that's like either I've never seen this before or maybe I've only known this in its juvenile form. Yeah, I don't recognize this plant, but it's a bicolor. It's a philodendron bicolor. This is supposed to be a big size. This one is for $1.99. It reminds me a lot of the Patriciae with its really long pendant-like leaves. It's pretty cool. It's so funny. I own the Patriciae, but I have not researched it on a grand scale to see what mature versions look like. I wonder if this is what it would look like because my leaves look very similar to this. Anyways, that's this guy. They've got some beautiful Columbias. Oh, these are gorgeous. These are gorgeous. Very, very pretty. This is for $39.99, and this is all one plant. Oh, this is nice. This is really nice. It has 4 leaves. Definitely behaves like a crawler. I'm not a fan of crawlers, but it is beautiful. It is beautiful. The tortum is here, still bigger pots, 6-inch pot for $29.99. They've got the Paraiso Verde. They've got them in smaller pots. These are for $14.99. Very nice. Again, the Paraisos need warmth in order to activate that mottled look we love. So as we leave the warmer months, you can see it's not quite as mottled as when we were in summertime and in warmer weather. All right, and where's the philodendrons? Oh, let's keep going. Okay, I found the other one. So there's the Jerry horn here, and then they've got the Birkins. Whoa, it's gray pots. That's something I haven't seen as yet. Gray pots. Birkins are for $7.99. They've got the Painted Lady over here for $11.99. The Brandtianums in hanging baskets for $24. I'm still trying to. My Brandtianum is trying to get over the last 3 pots, but I'm determined. I am determined. All right, and then the philodendron that I don't remember having seen before is this one, the Philodendron Linamii. This is for $15. It sort of has like a bronze. It sort of has a bronze look on the newer leaves. And that's pretty much it really. I wonder what mature versions look like. I probably could Google a bunch and put it up on the screen. But yeah, that's one that I haven't seen, at least at this nursery before. Not that I can remember. And then over here is the Yellow Ghost. not sure what's the difference between the yellow ghost and these new versions of the squamiferums that they're labeling different names. Like, what's the difference between this and the Philodendron Florida ghost? Like, is this because it's not as white? Like, I don't know. Please tell me if you know. All right, and that's what we've got here. They've got some different Bacchias over here for $7.99. Some Chinese evergreens for $24.99. For my evergreen lovers, is this a clear pot? Oh, wowsies. Look at that. Yeah, wouldn't it be great if they could just start selling plants in clear pots, and then that would be fantastic. I'm pretty sure a lot of us would keep our pots when we more than getting rid of the nursery pots that they come in. But it's probably more expensive to make clear pots, I imagine. Probably not. All right, and then they've got some more over there. And yeah, Wishes Chinese evergreens. These are for $24.99. Lovely, lovely. Some beautiful plants. Okay, what else shall we look at? We've got so much to see here. They've got some Dracaenas. So many different kinds. Let's look for something. And so that's what we've got here. Here's a peek at some of the echeverias that they have. They've got the rickrack cactus. I'm just so in love with this plant. It just baffles me how it went from being not a plant I didn't care about to a plant that I love. I just love it. I just love it. It's so nice. So nice. All right. And so we're just going to do a nice little peruse of some of the succulents and cactus that they have. They've got the string of things. It's so funny in that video that I made of plants that I've blacklisted. I blacklisted the string of things. And it's interesting how many of you came to their defense, that your string of things are doing amazingly for you. And I believe you. But they are just not for me. Maybe the string of hearts I can tolerate, but anything else, the string of pearls, string of dolphins, like even the burrow's tail, I just find them quite temperamental. I feel like they lose their cool quite easily. The leaves fall off easily. Ugh, not for me. I'm a very unpredictable person. I knock off leaves easily. And so any plant that can't hang on to leaves and is that level of delicate, it's hard for me. We don't get on very well. Anyways, let's wrap up this video here with a peek of the rest of the succulents and cacti that they have. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. I appreciate the time you take to watch my content. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like Hoya, you may want to check out the next video that's coming, where I will explore fully the Hoya section in this nursery. And I always find that their Hoya section never quite disappoints. There's always something really cool and interesting to see. So thanks again for watching today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.